Hey, it's Andre, and I just got back from San Diego Comic-Con. There was a lot of stuff that I got to see while I was there, and a lot of stuff I didn't see, but at least heard about. Marvel in general just dropped a lot of bombs here and there, just boom, boom, title, phase, multiverse saga, 2 Avengers movies in 1 year. But the one thing I definitely want to talk about, which I think is one of the highlights of Comic-Con 2022, is the trailer for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Yes, I know this trailer has been out for a bit, but I was at Comic-Con when this came out, and I did actually record a video talking about it after I got back, but I got really emotional doing it, and I also went on a lot of tangents, so I tried to compress it down as much as I possibly could. But a lot of you have been asking me to talk about it, so I want to make a video about it because of course you realize how much Black Panther, the first movie, meant to me. And even of course, given the fact that Chadwick Boseman is no longer with us, I'm still very excited for this movie. I was not in Hall H. I did not get to see it live. I did see some of the performances that people put up online. I did see the speech that director Ryan Coogler gave online, but I wasn't there for the actual thing. So I actually watched the trailer a number of times on my phone. I'm actually gonna watch it right now because now I'm actually in front of a computer, in front of a monitor, so I can see it. Because as much as I obviously love this trailer and watching it multiple times on my phone, I want to watch it on the computer. No woman, no cry. Like I said, it looks so good, but I want to see it on a bigger screen because it just, the cinematography on this is so nice, and that music, oh. No woman, no cry. Good friends, I love how they did the Marvel Studios logo in this. Wow, this is so beautiful. Along the way, in this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. And this is so all the Atlanta stuff. Oh, it's so cool. That's really cool though. Namor's gonna be awesome in this. I'm excited about that. Riri. Oh man, that shot.
I am queen of
Baku.
the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
I love her moment in there. Oh, Art. Oh, nice. And that song transition. Oh, we gon' be all right. Seriously. Oh. And then, oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm definitely gonna see it, but I'm not ready. Oh shoot. This was such a well-made trailer. I mean, like, just the way they had all the different shots, the cinematography looks so good. The shots of all the different lands and underwater are so great. The music, the just going from No Woman, No Cry to We Gonna Be Alright. Like, it's just, that was just really cool because I think that's what this movie is gonna probably do. It's going to honor and respect Chadwick Boseman, deal with that loss, deal with that grief, but then transition into how do we move forward, because Wakanda is so important, and the franchise of Black Panther within the Marvel MCU is so important that we obviously want it to continue. So we have to deal with this loss, we have to deal with this pain and this grief to then move forward and, you know, be together. I love the performances that I'm already seeing in this. That one part with Queen Ramonda, Angela Bassett, when she's just like, that emotion that she gives.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
Like, you can just tell that there's a realness in that. That's not just the I'm playing the character. Like, that is coming from something personal, you know? Remember, there was also the blip where T'Challa disappeared. Makes me wonder if any of the movie is going to take place during that time period, because that's obviously something that they went through. Dora Milaje, you know, obviously you can tell they're going to have a lot of a presence in this movie. They did obviously in the first one. I mean, they even did back when Black Panther was introduced in Civil War, but you can definitely tell that they're going to have a huge presence with this. Okoye and Io, that lineup that they do where they're all on the line and they jump off. Oh, that was so cool. Yeah, this movie is going to be, I feel, very Dora Milaje heavy, and that's going to be good. I mean, they are the strength in many ways of Wakanda, and so I think showcasing that is going to be very important. Most of the cast is coming back for this one. Nakia, first person we saw in the trailer. Shuri is here, and M'Baku's back. We're getting Riri Williams, aka Ironheart. She's going to make her debut in this movie. And then adding the Namor aspect of it, and the way that they're doing that, I love how they're doing that with this sort of like the culture that they're adding to that, to not only obviously make it different from Aquaman, even though Namor came out before Aquaman in the comics, but you know, they obviously want to distinguish it. But I think that brings in another level of culture. I've even seen people who have backgrounds in various cultures looking at this and being like, oh my god, you know, they're getting fully represented here. It's just like, I'm very excited to see this movie, although I know it's going to be an emotional, it's just really, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot emotionally. There's no question about it. Chadwick, him playing Black Panther, which is such a big thing for so many people for a number of reasons, but for some very specific reasons for a lot of us. This trailer just, it really was a great, I mean, it was a great trailer to just figure out how to go into this movie. And that's what, like I said, the transition from No Woman, No Cry, and literally like, everything's gonna be all right, we gonna be all right, you know, like Kendrick Lamar, like just that transition is what I feel is what this movie is trying to tell us. It's like, this is going to be the transition from, man, this sucks, man, this hurts, to, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be strong. This franchise is gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right, you know? And I'm just like, if I come out of that movie feeling that, that's great, you know? So, and I think not only as myself as a viewer watching it, but I'm also thinking about the cast and the crew and the MCU in general. You know, everyone from Kevin Feige all the way down to the actors of the other movies, and especially the cast of this movie, that you had this movie that was one of the biggest MCU movies, one of the biggest superhero movies, one of the biggest movies out there, with a black director, a black lead, a mostly black cast in the superhero realm. Something we don't see and still don't see very often. And now you have to do the follow-up where your lead has passed away. You know, it's like, that is a lot to handle. And I commend everyone, cast, crew, everyone who made this movie possible, because I know that had to be hard. We're just viewers, we're bystanders, they're in it, and it's like, we don't know what they went through, what decisions were being made. We're talking about a person who's not here anymore. And I think that we have to take ourselves out of the equation, and just, a movie was able to get made with this loss. I know this is going to sound very rude. I know that talking about movies is a big thing for a lot of people. No one specific, no individual. I'm just saying in general, I have seen, whether it's videos, comments, whatever, I've just seen some hot takes about Phase 4, about the MCU, about Marvel in general, about movies in general, and this ain't the one where I want to deal with that. I just, you know, any other movie, whatever, but I can't with this. Basically, I'm talking about the discourse. You know, just anytime a movie comes out or a trailer comes out, we got to have the discourse, you know, the takes, the left and right, the I agree with this, I disagree with that, getting to their predictions of what does this mean for the MCU, who's going to do Black Panther. We saw that shot at the end. Have you heard about this leak or any of that stuff? I know that's the stuff that just happens with these movies, particularly Marvel movies, but sometimes it can be a lot of noise, and I just don't know if I want that noise for this one. Sorry. I'm not saying that you can't be critical of a film. you know, because it is a movie at the end of the day. Everyone should have their opinion, and they should. And there's definitely going to be discussions to be had with this. But for me, there's just a lot that I know I'm going to deal with personally, emotionally with watching this because of how much that first movie meant to me. Just look at it as this is a moviegoer that needs to have this experience and get through this and still enjoy this, but live in this, just live in it and deal with it, because I think it's gonna be needed. I want to watch the trailers for it, and I want to watch the movie itself, and I want to definitely discuss how I feel post seeing the movie. But like, that's all I need. I don't want the people and the entities that need to be at the forefront of this to be sidelined by the noise. Like, even when it's about us, it's still making them the focus when we have to keep talking about how they're reacting to it. If that makes any sense. I don't even know if it does. I don't know if this is making any sense. but I want to experience this for myself, and I want to experience this with my peers, and I want to experience this with people who I know come from the background that's going to understand what this means, not just because of not having Chadwick anymore, but just in general, the concept of this movie existing. I feel more confident about this movie because I didn't know, like no one knew. It's like I didn't know what was going to happen with this, but this trailer makes me feel a little bit better about it, and it definitely makes me want to see it, just to see how it all, takes shape. But I think it's still gonna be, a standard like Marvel movie like we've seen before. I think that, obviously this one's probably gonna be a little bit more. I mean, I think there's still gonna be some humor and stuff in there. Like, I don't think it's gonna be all sour doom and gloom. I think that we're going to see a lot of the Marvel elements we always seen, but yeah, it's probably not going to be Thor: Love and Thunder. I mean, like, it's definitely going to be probably a little bit less of the wackiness for this one, but I don't think it's going to be 100% a downer. I think it's still going to bring us the action that we look forward to seeing in these things. I think it's still going to bring us the characters. I think we're definitely going to get some after credit scenes, but yeah, man, This one is going to be, it's going to be something. Like, it's going to be something to watch. I mean, it's already something to just talk about it. It's not even here yet. So it's definitely going to be something when it comes out. Sounds weird to say because it's not a negative thing about the movie, but I just want to get through it. I want to get through it. And what I feel will happen is, while there will be sadness, I think this is going to be a let's honor and respect not only Chadwick Boseman the person, but the way that he portrayed Black Panther and what that meant to so many people. I mean, there were people who weren't even watching the MCU, but who came for Black Panther to honor and represent that. Look, we're in the multiverse saga. Anything can happen after this movie. That can be anything from a recast to a multiverse to a whatever. Because Black Panther is a very important character in Marvel in general. He ain't going away. There's still. I mean, I bought this recently. It's like some mech version. I bought this from Target like 2 weeks ago. Like he ain't going nowhere, man. So it's just a matter of what happens in the course of the movies with him. I am 100% down to see this movie. I am ready to see it. I am probably going to see it multiple times. Black Panther is still the movie I've probably seen the most of all the MCU movies. Definitely in theaters, and then just in general, even after it's been out on digital and Disney Plus and everything else. I want to see this movie. I want to embrace this movie. I know I'm going to go through lots of emotions, but I just feel like I'm going to just absolutely love it. This trailer, I watched it multiple times on my phone, and I'm going to probably watch it again on my computer after I turn this off. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's weird to say that, considering how heavy it is going into this movie, but I'm excited. Very good trailer. Very, very good trailer. Congrats to everyone who's had to do this, make this, and I just send my love out from everyone who worked on the movie to everyone who's going to watch the movie. I just send my love out because I know that I'm not the only one feeling emotions for this. and some maybe even feel emotions stronger than I am. Obviously, people closer to him are just maybe even closer to anything else related to this movie. So I just send my heart out to all of you. Thanks for listening to this. I know, because I know this is not like my usual way of doing videos in general, or specifically videos about movies or movie trailers, but I didn't want to, and this is not to say that I don't come at you real all the time. Like, yes, sometimes I get over exaggerated, but my emotions come from a genuine place. But I just felt like for this one, I want it to be more grounded and just be like, look, let me just speak to you about how I'm feeling, because there's a lot to feel with this particular film. But like the trailer said, like the song said in the trailer, we gonna be all right. We are. We really are. So I just wish the movie the best, because it's a tough thing to do, and I just hope that they stick the landing, as they say. So, all right, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves.